back. No problem.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry off with the cough.
This is a good mug. Huh?
No problem.
No problem, baby.
There's a mug that suits you. It's Pokemon or llamas.
I agree. I also have a Christmas one that I should have brought on for the Christmas. Big error on me. It's like fa la la llama. It's a good mug too. And then it's a llama decked out in Christmas gear.
I don't know. What is the fascination with llamas?
So how it started out.
Yeah.
It was definitely before. I liked llamas before Fortnite came around, and then they became a big thing. I've always had llama pictures, but it had to be maybe 8 years ago now.
To college.
Maybe. Yeah. It was right at the end of college. So 7 years.
I don't know if that helps or hurts your case.
Yeah. It's not great. Anyway. Me and Josh were at King's Restaurant, which they're closed. Sorry about that. I used to love eating breakfast there. But they have those crane machines. I'm a sucker for those. I love those. And so we're there, and we're just spending money, just trying to get something.
Racks.
Yes, racks. A lot of money. And we're like, there's like kids waiting in line. It's a Sunday morning. Like, the place is packed. And I have a video, too, of after the fact. But yeah, we got kids waiting in line. We're like, no, get away. I got this. And then I won a llama. And I don't know if you've ever seen the pictures of the llama. It's the spotted one with the polka dots on it. Yeah, that's what started my llama obsession. We won it, and we were freaking out. And then we turn around and we just see like a wave of people. They're like, you guys won? Because we just made it such an aggressive scene. Yeah.
Big deal.
And then I have a video on my phone of us in the parking lot just like going nuts. It was exciting. So that's kind of what started our llama obsession.
There you have it, everybody.
Yeah.
For all of you that
I won it in a crane machine. I'm a beast at those.
You're a beast at crane machines?
Yeah. I'm not going to be humble about it. I'm a beast at crane machines.
Respect.
Yeah, that's probably honestly the best talent I have.
What is going on?
I don't know.
That's what's up. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Pros with Con podcast. I saw Kurt's mug and I just went for it. A good opening. People should like it. Welcome back to another episode of Pros with Con podcast. New Year. January 2nd right now.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. I'm glad to kind of get back to a little bit of normalcy around here, just in my life specifically, but just in the gym too.
These crazy schedules.
Yeah, these weeks are always good and relaxing, but also can be kind of stressful, you know.
There's not one relaxing thing about my last 2 weeks.
Well, there you have it.
They were good. Great weeks, but...
Yeah, take that time to relax like we just talked about on 2 episodes ago. Yeah. But, I mean, they can be... stressful for sure, so it's kind of just taking a breath, you know, getting back into the swing of things today. So today is pretty normal. I mean, everyone seems to be off still.
Yeah.
From work. I know
big 9 today.
But this week, kind of get back into the swing of things of just normal routine, which is always good. It's what you want to do. We talked about that. Mm-hmm. Getting back into routine after you've been away, so it was good to kind of like get that rolling in conversation. Now see like the back end of it and like what you do now, what happens now, where do we go from here, kind of thing.
You decide. You decide it.
Yeah, you decide. We'll talk about it all today, but yeah. So encourage you to go check out previous episodes. Support's been cool, but definitely go check out some episodes. We got a lot of cool guests that came on. A lot of people that are considered pros in my mind that bring a lot to the table and just have some good conversations. But today's a good one. It's an easy one to talk about, I think, just the new year. Get our takes on a bunch of stuff. So
heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. No problema, baby.
Oh jeez. Yeah. Anyway,
it's time to all aboard the gain train, you know. That's right. The new year.
Yeah. 2023 is upon us. Open is starting soon, like real soon, like in about a month and a half.
It's like what, 47 days,
something like that,
I think.
So for all of, I was
told Fittest of the Coast was 40 days, so it's like a week after. So
there you have it. I still haven't signed up yet. Still have to do that.
Same.
You better. You got big things to do.
I'm always last second on that. I'm bad at it. I'm a last second. You know me. Everyone knows me. That. Yeah. I'm not a time guy. I know. I'll admit it. I'm horrible at it. I'm not great.
Yeah, so 2023, kicking off the year with, we got a PR board here to Aurelius. Now you're going to start writing some goals on there as well.
Yeah, right panel for the goals.
So get some goals up there. Kind of leave them up there so you can cross them off when they happen, not if, when.
Yep,
You just got to work for them for sure.
Exactly.
So you just got to make sure that you are working towards those goals.
Yes.
They're not going to just happen, but they can happen. You just got to work for them. So it's like kind of a good thing to get rolling in the new year too, I guess.
Yeah, just making sure they're attainable goals too.
Smart.
It's not like
Smart
goals.
concept.
We learned that in high school.
Mm.
I feel like that's where
Something like that.
wasn't there like something for the S, something for the M?
Yeah, so like it's a acronym, I guess you could say, or
you're an acronym kind of guy.
Aspen.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
gotta get shirts.
I know.
made.
But yeah, smart goals. I'm trying to think.
Smart, so like specific, measurable,
There you go.
attainable.
Whew. Firing it off.
Are
Reasonable, maybe?
reasonable maybe and timely.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Timely, definitely, for sure.
Don't quote us on this, but
Don't come at us.
yes.
I didn't know it at all.
I
so
got all
impressive.
sorts of comments about those notes things.
What?
The notes on Instagram.
Oh,
We were talking smack
I
on them, and
know.
then I put one up because I saw you put one up. I was like, it's a good way to talk about the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I got instant feedback, like, you just said, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
get out
wrong.
of here. Just trying to do good
Just
by
trying
the
to
pod.
have fun, you know?
Just trying to do good by the pod.
But yeah, I like it. I mean, and it's true. You can't be like, oh, in this year, unless you're like pretty new, you can't be like, oh, I want my back squat to go from 200 to 300. It's like, whew, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you just have to like be realistic with yourself. Like, there's certain goals and timelines. What I would like to do is like, one goal would be like 3 to 4 months out, and then another goal would be like, what's gonna maybe take you the whole year journey.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of both.
Get a little short term
Give 'em-
and longer term.
There you go.
goal.
Yeah, short-term, long-term type goals. I think that's a good.
Yeah.
Me personally, I know like I put notes in my phone, just goals for myself for the year, like fitness, like financially, and then like personal, whatever.
Yeah.
So like, not are all gonna happen at once, and there's not gonna be like one that I don't reach till like the end of the year, like that kind of thing. So you just gotta be realistic for sure. We talk about that often, I think, like being honest with yourself.
Yep.
But also maybe put some up there that push you a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. It may work for
This
them.
will make you uncomfortable.
You'll hear a lot of it right now about like New Year's resolutions. I mean, me personally, I'm not really huge on New Year's resolutions. I can see the value in it that people see though.
Yeah.
That maybe and like intimidated to like try something. So like, this was something we wanted to talk about. Like, as the new year like is here now, and people like always have those New Year's resolutions to eat healthy or get to the gym or whatever it is. That's our job as, I mean, this podcast, but as coaches and just like people in general, to make that welcoming for people.
Oh, 100%.
So people that want to try things, it's important to not just say you're welcoming, but like do the
And
extra.
keep them in the gym.
Yeah, keep them there. Like get them here and then make them feel welcome
Yeah.
when they're here. Like not just like act like
Yeah.
say the words and then when they're here.
Be like, see ya.
Yeah, or like just not like put in that effort to make
Yeah.
people feel welcome and seen.
Oh, 100%. And that's like, so CrossFit sees maybe a decent bump from the New Year's and people trying to see, but I think like the most is like those Globo gyms. And I'm probably going to go on a little rant, but so you see.
Oh, you haven't ranted
Yeah.
in a while.
I know.
Wait.
This fires me up a little bit. Yeah, I need a deep breath. So a lot of the Globo gyms really see
There
like
you
the
go.
big push for a lot of people trying to get their fitness back on track or just getting in the gym. And then you see those memes from the daily goers that are there all the time. Oh, my gym's gonna be crowded. This is gonna be that. It's like, dude, screw off. Like, who are you? Like, welcome these people. Help them out if you see them struggling on a machine. Like, be very welcoming to this because you probably had to start somewhere. You were probably intimidated coming in the gym. And now you just think you're big, tough woman or guy and the equipment's yours because you've been here for years. It's like, no. Like, that fires me up more than anything. Like, be welcoming, be that nice person that maybe helps somebody out on a machine that they don't know what's going on. Just be generous with the equipment and stuff like that, because why wouldn't you want to just see more people better themselves?
Yeah.
Like, don't be selfish about it, and like, it's not your gym. Like, you don't own it because you pay a membership and you've been there for years. Like, this guy's paying the same amount of money you are. Like, welcome them and just build that strong community within that Globo gym then, or anything like that. I just hope people are a lot more welcoming that are already in the fitness world and don't look at it as a view as these people are taking my space. Just welcome the people to help them get more fit. I hate posts like that. Hate it.
Like what?
They're just like, oh, the 2 weeks of the year is gonna be like crazy.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
people are like complaining that they just can't get their workout in because it's packed, because all these, and they're like, oh well, haha, January 31st it'll be right back to normal. It's like, yeah, it's probably because you were a meanie head. Yeah, you freaking meanie head. If you were nice, maybe they'd stay, and then you'd get a new friend.
Yeah. I mean,
so don't be a meanie head.
Yeah, don't be a meanie head. Catch the story of today. Yeah, why is this doing that? Sorry if you hear that, everybody. I don't know what the deal is.
Maybe this way.
Yeah, you definitely just be nice, be kind, be welcoming. You definitely, like the post about, like, help people get to the gym, and then, like, if they're scared and then they say they can't do that or whatever the case is, be like, I mean, I was too. I mean, you talked about it when we talked about, like, I guess your come up stories when you first started CrossFit. You would get to the gym super early, and I know it's funny because we just said you're not that timely guy. So when you get somewhere early, you know that Kurt might be a little...
I mean business.
Or you're terrified completely. And you
more like that one.
Yeah, I think when we had Frank on the podcast, you were talking about that. So, like, being relatable to people. So, like, that's one of the things about coaching that I personally love, is just, like, being relatable to people in the midst of them getting that. So, like, I do preach to be that guy to push people in workouts and be a coach and all these things, but you also, like, want to celebrate people when they do things. So I make sure that people are seen and heard. And I think I told it was Amanda the other day. I told you by yourself when she was squatting, like, her form was like looking wonderful, like real good. Just seemed like something clicked over the last few months. So, like, she did a clean, and I made sure to tell her, like, I was proud of her.
Yeah.
So, like, doing stuff like that, like, and so, like, that kind of ties into being welcoming to those people that are at those Globo gyms or Planet Fitness or whatever the case is.
Anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere, really, but just to your point, I guess, being that welcoming person. So, like, tying it into here to Rayleigh, when we have some people come in and try new, we like to, like, hey, this is someone dropping in, make sure you say hi to them, make them feel welcome, and usually most people are, if it's someone new.
We're pretty fortunate that we have a lot of good people, very welcoming people, I think.
So it's
so don't be intimidated.
Yeah, and so, I mean, and then that's kind of like just for the members, like, make that, like, a priority, like, right now, especially in the new year. Like, people are probably scared, and like I'm not a big New Year's resolution guy. Like, I don't think you are, just in the sense of, like, January 1st starts, I'm going to do it. Like, if we have goals, we're just going to start doing it. And I encourage you guys to all operate that as well, because why wait, just start. But in the sense of, if someone is doing that, who cares? Like, make them feel welcome. It could be February 15th, or it could be June 30th, whatever it is. So it's important.
Whatever gets you started, we're happy about it.
Yeah, so, like, for your Rayleigh's members and other members, like, put a little extra effort in right now. So, like, people might be, like, asking, or you might, and I see some posts, and that's great.
Yeah.
But go that extra effort, for sure. Don't just, like, talk it whenever they are here.
Yep.
Walk the walk. Make them feel
exactly.
welcome. You know
walk the walk. I like
Get
that.
them in here.
Yeah.
It's important, especially right now.
Yeah, I think, and the one benefit compared to the Globo Gym is that CrossFit brings in that, like, welcoming community, or, like, gyms like this, like, that'd be like Box Strong and 580, even though they're more on, like, the 24/7, but they have a good community down there. So it's like
580.
Yeah, and like Box Strong and us, and so it's nice when you have good communities like that. Just people keep you accountable. They'll be like, hey, I'll see you at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'll see you at 6 a.m. tomorrow. You know? So it's nice to, when you got people depending on you and want to see you here. It helps you. It makes the process easier.
Yeah, and I guess, like, it's a good thing, those athlete spotlight things too, as we're doing. So you're seeing those people
crushing it.
Writing their posts that, like, they were they didn't really know what to do. They didn't know about CrossFit, and then they try it, and now they're like absolutely hooked, or whatever the case is. So like, we're not the first people to do something like that. Other gyms do it, but that's just an example of being relatable to people.
Yeah.
Like, I was there too. Like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't know about it. I was scared to death, and
super scared.
just making sure that you put in the extra effort to make them feel like they could relate to you and feel welcome. And then if they try it, then it's our job as the coaches and the people here to kind of just welcome them and make sure they're taken care of and keep them coming back.
Yeah, the first like 2 months are like a huge learning curve, and that's like try to relay that to people. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Because that's I feel like people get frustrated. Maybe in the first 2 weeks, they're like, "Well, I can't do any of this." It's like, well, I mean, you got to start somewhere. 2, there's a lot to learn in CrossFit, so give yourself 2 to 3 months of solid, consistent effort, and I guarantee you see a tremendous amount of change in your life and lifestyle. Because what helps with this community too is a lot of times we talk about like all the other stuff. A lot of people might just start going to the gym and that's new, but lifestyle change is what really, I think, drives this community well, with nutrition, hydration, sleep, and stuff like that. All the stuff we kind of preach. So just give yourself some grace in those first 2 months. Stick with it. Even if you are just going to the Globo gym, stick with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mallory was telling me something like she has like a 3-class, not rule, but like 3-class thing. Like, so like give yourself 3 classes to feel acclimated.
That's fair, yeah.
You know, like, and it doesn't have to be 3 classes, but that's just an example that came to my mind. Like, use
100%.
something like, give yourself 3 classes. The first one might not be like great, and you might not love it, but like just try like a couple times.
Yeah.
Or it might go great, but like make sure it's actually great. So like give yourself those 3 classes. I think that's what it was. I'll have to ask her for sure, but just an example.
That's good.
Like that 2-month grace period for sure. And that can kind of tie into what your goals are. I don't know why I cough so much when I talk a lot. It's annoying. I've been coughing since Thanksgiving.
I know. You've had it for a minute.
I've been coughing since 2022, dude.
It's good stuff. I was catching a lot of heat for that dad joke I posted the other day on Instagram.
See you next year.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that a lot. And then it was something about I remember last year like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the one I was thinking about.
A lot of eye rolls. It's like, rude.
Get out of here, dude.
Said I bet it made you laugh.
Bet I made you laugh. Yeah, so it's just all these things, especially right now, important. Figuring out, I mean, if you are a New Year's resolution person, that's fine. As long as that gets you to where you want to go. So, like, get into the gym, be healthy, start eating healthier, get active. So, like, this is the whole basis of this podcast, just providing different ways and thoughts and the things we think about and talk about and all the pros that we have on here that could offer insight on what that could look like or what their viewpoint is or what they could help you with in that sense. So, if you have questions, come on the pod. We'll talk to you about it if you're scared.
Right.
But yeah. So, I mean, goals is a big one right now, writing down goals. So we started doing that on the board. PRs has always been a thing. Personal records, like, that's always a good thing to celebrate. Making sure people are acknowledged and felt like they're appreciated and all their hard work is paying off.
HWPO, baby.
Wow, that's crazy. So, yeah. Do you have anything to add to that, Curdy?
Not really. More just, I'm curious on what your goals are. Did you set some goals yourself?
I mean, I started the note yesterday in my phone. I didn't really write anything out yet.
Yeah. You have any
maybe I'll do
in
it
the
today.
gym?
Yeah, the gym, I guess, is a little bit easier to kind of think about.
It's always a easy goal.
As opposed to, like financial or, like, personal growth type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, in the gym, definitely priorities have changed for me for the past couple months. I'm not really, like, training CrossFit as much, but still like to get after it, make myself hurt a little bit because it just makes me better off. Builds character. So I guess it's just stay healthy for sure, first and foremost, something simple.
It's a great goal.
No injuries. 405 back squat has always been on
Let's
my goal
go.
list. We're getting there. We're about 15, 20 pounds off.
Let's get it.
I don't really have anything specific. Clean and jerk, snatch, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, always on there, but
Always want to PR this. I like the 405 one. That's a good number.
yeah, I mean, it's just one of those numbers.
like the benchmark
You want
number.
4 wheels on that
Yeah,
thing,
let's go.
on that John. You know what I'm saying?
4-wheel cone.
That's what they call me. They call me all sorts of things. Huh?
You got a lot of nicknames.
Big, or what was it? Pick 6 Nick.
Pick 6
What
Nick.
was the other one?
Um,
Damn it. Get the hell out of here. They didn't say anything.
I didn't say it.
Pick 6.
Just
There was one right before that, though.
I forget.
Damn it. I'll go back and watch the tape. Whatever. They always call me all sorts of things back in grade school.
Yeah,
Elementary in 6th grade.
A lot of things going on for you.
Cardio, schmardio.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Oh, jeez. Anyway, you got any fitness goals? Personal goals?
Fitness. Semifinals.
Is
Probably
it
the
on
biggest
the goal list?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
that's probably the biggest goal. Other than that,
Numbers? Any number goals?
500 on the back squat.
Where you
Yeah,
at? 475?
yeah. 500 would be awesome.
Sheesh.
And then I want to snatch 275.
Oh, you had 265? That's
260.
freaking crazy to think about that you snatched that much weight. You
Thanks.
jabroni.
So those are my two big numbers.
275 snatch.
500 would be cool.
500?
500.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I mean, if we could go live right now, questions to put in for whatever. I would put up a question thing on the Instagram. And
Anyone do
Tyler from Freaking Fit.
What'd he say?
He said something about
Something stupid.
high school dances or something.
Oh, not bad. What about him?
I don't know. This isn't
I'm
for this
interested.
week's podcast, but I was curious to see if we got any live requests. I would like to see a karaoke segment, top hits from Beaver High School dances.
Ooh.
I mean, just off the top of my head.
Money.
Transformer, Chris
Oh,
Brown. From
done.
Digital Get Down.
Digital Get Down is
NSYNC.
huge.
Just off the top of my brain there.
Transform your Chris Brown. That's an all-time.
Yeah. I can transform you.
That's a good song.
Transform
Yeah.
you. Anyway, yeah, so personal goals. I encourage you guys to write. Not necessarily you have to, but it just kind of always, I put them in my notes on my phone every year. 2022 goals. I just deleted them yesterday. Like, I put financial goals, I put personal goals, I put fitness goals.
Did you do well in your 2022s?
For the most part, there was a lot on there that I didn't. That never was a thing.
mean, it's tough. Dude.
I mean, I wrote those in literally in January of last year. So like when
Yeah.
you go back and look at it, I think one of them was like get a camera. I'm like, I don't have money to get a camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But I mean, it's just spent money on other things.
Yeah.
So you know, but like read 10 books. Like I read 10 books within the first like month, I think.
That's awesome.
Because I was doing 75 hard back in the day.
That's a good
So yeah, I mean, encourage you guys to write goals. So like when you're in here and you see this on the board now, make sure you put it down. But you set smart goals,
Smart goals.
realistic goals
Yep.
for the new year, and then definitely wanted to keep talking about this. How can we get people in the gym? Like, what can you do to make them feel welcome? How can we help them not feel as intimidated, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, just being relatable.
I think it's the biggest one.
That's the
Biggest one.
Just really explaining to them that this is for everybody and that everything's scaled and like that.
Everything you can do in
When
life.
people watch us work out, and we've been doing this a while now, so it's just
Can you say that again?
we've been doing this a while now.
So, like,
I wish I
we
had
got-
videos of me
Yeah.
doing stuff early on. I don't. I'm not a good video. I still like rarely have videos of me doing stuff in CrossFit.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but I wish I had videos of me trying to do pull-ups and double unders and all these complicated things like handstand push-ups, muscle ups. Like I did not come in and I was just able to do these things. It took a lot of time and practice. And like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years now, 7 years. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's
then
been
that,
a
and
lot
then-
of consistency.
That, but also there was a time and point where we were doing. I mean, you're doing it now, but we were having like 3 workouts a day.
Yes.
Like I just
Yeah,
always
exactly.
like for that one competition we did in at Panchik's gym. That was like right before COVID, and when I was fresh in Aurelius, so like that's when I really kicked up like working out like a lot. So like that kind of just like kick-started me. So that's
we started training pretty hard there.
Beginning of 2020. So
we were in
2.5 years of consistent
4 hours a day probably.
Yeah, just like 2 workouts a day, coming in the morning, going to work, coming back in the afternoon, doing another workout. So like just the exposure to it. So
a lot of exposure.
You have to give yourself some grace if you're not doing that. You don't have to be working out 3 times a day to see progress, but
just give yourself the grace.
Amount of exposure. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, consistency-wise over a 6-year period. Yeah. Doing CrossFit since 2016.
And we've been doubling up, so that's like even more.
So you just like buy into something, you get passionate about it, and then you just really dive into like figuring out how to get better at it. And then some people are naturally better at things than others, and vice versa. Other things, and it is what it is. But practice, consistency over time.
Yes.
But yeah, being relatable in that aspect. So like you said, if people could see us, like I literally remember I first started at Met. And Brian Brandt was coaching. It was a Saturday.
Stud.
You came up.
Shout out Brian.
Yeah, I think he's in Texas these days. Not that he'll ever.
He's a good dude.
But I remember specifically there was toes to bar in the workout, and you were my partner, and I literally couldn't figure out how to do the kip on the toes to bar. I was like swinging, and I was getting so frustrated because like you're just doing toes to bar and toes to bar. I'm like, Kurt, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I don't know.
But and there was no need to apologize.
Yeah,
you're just starting CrossFit.
In the moment, you're just like, damn it.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Yes, 100%.
So like we can.
But I was on the other end of that is when I first started, because I probably did CrossFit for 6-7 months before you started.
I think you were like you started doing it at what's it called in Ohio or East Palestine or wherever you went, East Liverpool.
Well, that's where I started at Met.
Yeah, but like you were doing it there.
Oh yes, I was still doing
that time frame.
That's when we opened up Sprouts. My life was insane.
Yeah. But yeah, Met. I think you might have been like a year, because I was like, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway,
probably about.
I wanted to do it in college, but just couldn't afford it at the time. I mean, there's ways you could do it now and stuff. But like as soon as we got out, anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's it, and I had already a year of exposure to CrossFit, and then so like, I mean, and we're both very athletic.
In a year too, so much can happen in a
year. And that's why like I was able to do toes to bar, and like you said, you were just getting pissed off, which I don't blame you.
Figure out the kip. Like I literally couldn't figure out, and I love toes to bar now. Like you're one of my favorite moves in CrossFit.
You're a beast at toes to bar now. You can hang on that bar forever.
I could not do toes to bar to start.
That's what I mean.
Double unders took me forever too. Like, I would trip in like 3.
Dude, double unders.
I remember being outside and Met, and Adrian would just be like staring at me, and I'm just like, trying.
Adrian used to kill me with double unders. He's like, I will not let you leave this gym until you do like 5. And I was like, no, I'm never leaving.
I know. And then you like said,
and then I just like sneak out because I couldn't do it. Yeah, I was like, you have to go, coach. I'm out.
You have to go. I just remember like one day he like said something that clicked, and I just started getting him. He's just like stare straight ahead. So like that's what like all it took for me. Like it could be any cue that works for any.
It's crazy how just like it's so many cues for different people, and like something just kind of clicks, and it's like out of left field, and it's just like, well, that was it.
The best cue is the one that works. So there's no right answer to anything.
There's no right cue.
So he literally was like, make sure you just like stare straight forward. He didn't say it that nicely. I said, Adrian.
100%.
Try to get him on the pod. I gotta reach out to him.
I know. Such a good dude.
Anyway, but it was like, so any cue is. The right cue is the one that works for you. So like he just said, stare straight ahead. So like that helped me, and then I started getting double unders more consistently, and practice like for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, things get natural to people. So like ring muscle ups, I think I literally got it on my first try. Don't know why. So like
beast.
Yeah, and whatever. But toes bar couldn't do it. So like, it's just like
no, that's it. I was
just depends on
like
what
bar muscle up. I got like that.
You want to talk about?
I got a bar muscle up. I couldn't butterfly for the life of me.
No, I remember
for the life of me.
Remember we started once we got pull ups, and then we started trying to get chest
to bar butterfly.
8. Oh, we were like
and that open workout, and that's really wasn't that long ago. It was right when we opened, 2018. I was doing singles on chest to bar.
Yeah, I remember us having this conversation.
Yeah. And it's just like I sucked at them.
Now we love them.
Now I do love them. But it took a while to get them. Like it's just give yourself that grace.
What do you think about my post from this past week about none of those reps counted?
Everyone knows my stance on
I
that.
had a couple people. They're
gross.
like, "Why don't those count?" I'm like, "Just making a joke."
Yeah, just because people are rude.
Well, Lex was like, "No rep, no rep, no rep." So I was like, "Whatever, dude. It's all good."
People.
But,
Again,
I
be
mean,
nice to people. And
yeah, just be nice.
those reps count.
Just be nice.
We're just
But
doing
also,
nutrition.
the standard is the standard.
Yes.
Being sticklers, the open's coming.
Yep. Yeah, that's that's good. Open is coming up. Really drive in on your form right now
Standard is the
because
standard.
you're gonna have a judge next year here soon.
I think it was last week when we were doing shuttle runs. I was like, make sure you touch the floor. Open's coming. You ain't touched floor. Ain't no rep, baby.
I wonder if the Open will have shuttles. I hope so. They made it in quarterfinals. I would imagine they might shift it over to.
I don't know. I feel like that's a tough one if you don't have the space and how they're trying to do that.
But I feel like they made you had 25 feet for the Open. Right?
Maybe, yeah. I think
Maybe
it was on
not
a week
lately.
ago.
I don't know.
I mean, sheesh. It's at our
Yeah,
disposal.
we have all the goods. But yeah, while you're looking that up, just you're gonna have to start somewhere, and everyone starts somewhere, and everything in CrossFit is scalable. If you can't box jump, we'll have you step up. If the box is too high, we'll have you step up to a plate. If you can't burpee, we'll have you do a burpee to a box. We'll have you. I mean, we have a scale for literally everything. If you can't do toes to bar, we have scales for it. I mean, you name it, we have a scale for every fitness level, and we're here to guide you in that process. So I mean, it's just beneficial instead of going into a gym and just being confused and frustrated because no one's telling you what to do and stuff like that. Just come in, we will help you out, and everyone has to start their journey somewhere. So get started now, or in a year from now you're going to look back again and be like, oh, I wish I started then, and then I wish I started then. I mean, how many times we look back, I'm like, wow, I wish I knew about CrossFit earlier in life, like high school.
Yeah.
Like, imagine knowing about CrossFit in high school.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Or the beginning of college, or just understanding nutrition, or just any of that stuff is. You always look back and you're like, I wish I started earlier. So start today.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to.
Maggie said she didn't want to get called out. I just saw her, so I'm going to call her out.
Yeah. Wow. She still failed.
Anyway. Yeah, so, like, it's important to think about those things for sure. And then also, we talked about, like, how do I want to say it? Kind of like lose the ego type thing. So, like, if you can't do those things just because you're doing something else or not what is written on the thing, like, you shouldn't feel bad about that. Like, that's a big one for sure.
Shout out Dustin. That was Dustin this morning. Getting so frustrated. Butterfly pull-ups.
Dustin.
Yeah. And he just PR'd his deadlift,
saw it on
415.
board.
That was freaky. That was awesome.
Freaky.
Just like, he was like, I'll just lift this up.
Right.
And he did. So that was awesome. But he was getting frustrated, and you've seen him. He's like kind of like he can do muscle ups. He's very efficient body weight pull up guy, but the rhythm of butterfly is driving him nuts. He quoted it. He was probably joking around, but he did quote. He's like when I can't do something, he's like, I just don't do it. He's like, I usually get things quick, and if I don't, then then I just don't. But I like how he wrote after it. He wrote butterfly pull ups on the pull up board, or on the goal board.
Do stuff you
suck
at.
Exactly. And he get uncomfortable, and like everyone was watching him do it, so you could tell he was getting uncomfortable, but he was still doing it. And so big shout out to him. Proud of him today for really chipping away at learning those butterfly pull-ups.
Yeah. So the understanding the grace part of it, and that kind of thing, but you also want to make sure that you are pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely want to. It's important. Just the equipment list, though.
Yeah. Let's hammer it. Is it 25 feet in there?
But it says below is a non-specific, non-exhaustive list of equipment. Whatever that means.
Who knows?
Where'd it go? There it is. Barbells, bumper plates, change plates, collars, dumbbells, kettlebells, wall balls, boxes, rings, jump ropes, rower, pull-up bar, wall space, clear floor space.
Ooh.
But doesn't say
floor,
like
no actual feet.
Yeah.
Darn it. So the kettlebells is different. They've never required a kettlebell. So I'm interested to see what they require for a kettlebell, because usually it's just always been dumbbell, like dumbbell snatches, or do we have dumbbell hang clean and jerks, and then I think that's it with the dumbbell box step ups.
Yeah.
That's a brutal one. remember, I mean, I hate dumbbell box step overs with both of them. I think
one
that's
of
a
the
stupid
worst.
movement. But it was that workout. It was like handstand push-ups into dumbbell box step-ups. Or no, dumbbell lunges into dumbbell box step-ups into strict handstand push-ups into maybe something else. Handstand walk or something like that. I don't know. It was something like that. I just remember that. That's such a gritty workout. Open workout.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
still gives me the
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Ugh.
The willies.
The willies. The willies. That gives me the willies. Yeah, gross. But I'm interested to see what they do with the kettlebell.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in the open.
It'd have to be like a squat, like a front squat, or like a snatch. Like I
Yeah.
don't think you'd do kettlebell swings.
Judging a kettlebell swing would be,
Like how would you judge that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, it'd have to be like a squat or maybe a kettlebell snatch.
Yeah.
But that's a very efficient movement for the open.
Yeah.
So
And that's
I'm
fine.
definitely, yeah, I'm interested. I'm curious.
Me interested.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I guess the biggest takeaway we could hopefully talk about on this one, because I do like to not just talk about things in CrossFit, but like making us be relatable to people and like show that like we care.
Yeah.
So like understanding how like people might be intimidated right now. I know it's like we said we're not big on New Year's resolutions, but we understand that like it's a big thing and people do that. Whether it is or not, you encourage people to around this time for sure make sure that they're welcomed always, and because that could be like the hit or the make or break of them like not getting healthy. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like if the way you make people feel when they come in here,
Yes.
that could be like the breaking point for someone. So
Yeah.
you just want to make sure that you're welcoming them and they feel comfortable, and
Yep.
then like they come back.
Yeah. There's seen it posted before. Oh, I want to say Kyle Braddock probably, because he's like the nicest human ever.
Very nice guy.
He posted, I think it was, some stranger out there remembered you just because of how kind you were to them. And like that's like one
Yeah.
of the truest things ever. And it's just like, be kind. One, you don't know what's going on in everyone else's lives. Two, like you're saying, they're probably intimidated about getting in this gym. Just be kind to them, and they are going to remember that moment the rest of their life. If you're rude to them, they might never come back to the gym. So it's just like, please be very kind to everyone that you encounter. There's no need for that negative energy, especially within the gym when people are really trying to change their life and get their foot forward in the right direction. So.
Yeah, and so like that's where like our coaching styles come into play too, like making sure people are encouraged no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Getting double unders, getting 3 of them, getting a PR on a clean or whatever
Huge.
the case is. You don't want to be like a cheerleader. I don't really like cheerlead people.
Yeah, I'm not.
You could do it, like encouraging for
I don't
sure.
think I'm not good at that.
I
I've
don't
never
think-
been.
And I don't think it's like a job as a coach to be a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And this is like personally what I think. You want to encourage for sure. Like,
Yes.
come on, let's pick it up,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. But you don't. I mean, there's a time and place for everything. It's more so like being relatable in the moment and then showing your excitement about it.
Yes,
like
after.
actually caring.
Which I'm still probably bad at.
I don't think not at all. No, I think it's more like the cheerleading thing. Like we're not like, come on guys, yeah, you could do
I've
it.
never been like, even in sports, I've never been that type of leader, I guess.
There's
or
a
anything
difference
like that.
between
I've never,
like doing it that way and then like actually believing
and
in
you
someone.
and you kind of need a little bit of both. And some people are good with that, like cheerlead, like that helps them a lot.
if that's what you do.
But
for
it's not
sure.
my style. I
Yeah.
know it's not your style either.
It's more
We're
like you can do that by making them believe, like
Yes.
you believe in them, like telling them
Yeah,
like
that's
personally.
what
and,
matters.
Like, and like I definitely celebrate if someone hits a huge clean or something. I make like they're gonna know I'm happy about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Which
like,
is awesome.
That's different than like you could do it. Come on, guys, that kind of thing. There's a time and place.
Do you
for
like
all
that?
What?
In like a workout where you're like gritting it out and
No,
somebody's
I
like,
don't think so.
yeah, just a preface for my future. I know some people love it and they need that, but if you
laughing.
tell me and I hear you, I'm gonna be like, please stop, because
Because
like there's time and place for it. But to me, usually I'm such a number aware guy that I have like
Distraction.
I have it in my head of where what my pace is, what this is. And they're like, "Come on, move faster." I'm like, "I don't want to. I'm not supposed to move faster right now." Like,
Or flip side, you're dying.
or,
And you're like,
or I
shut
can't.
up.
Yeah, it's like,
I can't go any
I'm doing
faster.
everything. Like, you don't think I don't want to move faster?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very time and place. Maybe if I'm on the Echo Bite for the last 10-second sprint, yell at me a little bit. But like, when we're 5 minutes into a 20-minute workout and you're like, "Come on, go faster," I'm like, no. And like I said, some people need that. But I'm not,
I like it in
I'm not that
competition.
guy.
I like it when we're competing.
I never like it.
Well, it's like you like that energy from the crowd more so than I think it would
Yes.
be than like
I like excitement.
yeah, or not necessarily like if I hear someone say you can do it, go faster, like okay, yeah, let me do that, right on it. But I like more so like the
come on,
cheer,
let's go,
like people like come on, like then they start getting hype.
Yeah,
and the crowd
hype's
gets
good.
into, yeah.
But
so.
when you're just telling me and I can hear you like, "Hey, you need to move faster," it's like, no, I don't.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I think mine's more so like I'm dying. I'm like I can't go.
Yeah.
Like I'll try. And then look, I mean, there's a time and place for sure. But, like,
100%. There is.
but,
And
like-
some people love it. I'm just not that guy.
you're not that guy.
Just not that guy.
But also like there's some other things I'm saying to myself in my head that I won't say on camera.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying you could do it.
Yeah.
Come on, Nick.
Yeah. Come on, pal. You're doing so well. I'm like, you POS. Let's.
I think it's just I think it might sound contradictory to like how we explained getting excited for people. I more so believe in like making sure people believe that
Yes.
I believe in them.
Yeah.
So like when I tell you something and I'm staring straight into your soul, I mean, you know who you are, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna believe it.
Yeah.
And that's like more so connecting and being relatable with the person, not
Yeah.
necessarily like cheerleading them in the
Yeah.
workout. I'll say like, come on, like let's go, we got 2 minutes left, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Different, but people need it.
Oh, everyone's different. Everyone like adjusts differently to that stuff. So you need your cheerleaders and you need people.
And if I have to be a
like how you-
cheerleader for someone that comes in and is
Yes.
like
You
nervous
tell
or
me that?
scared,
if you need cheerleading, attempt it. I'll feel awkward doing it, but
I would
I'll
assume
attempt
that like
it.
most people would try something, coming in and trying something like that, would not want that kind
Yeah.
of attention. They
Yeah.
would kind of try and like stay low key,
Yeah.
which is fine. Would love to have that conversation with you as well, and I'll have that one-on-one with you.
Yeah.
And I kind of like try to make sure I do that when someone
Yep.
comes in. But for the most part, it's people we already know and coach.
Yeah.
Even when I do like stuff at Box Strong, I don't really know everyone there. There's just so many people there. But you still kind of get that relatability with people in that sense.
Yeah. And that's another good point is how you said like come talk to me one-on-one.
Yeah.
I think like even if you don't come to this gym and you just know us through the podcast
Or just
or
text us.
Instagram
Yeah.
or like just shoot us a message. I love to talk to you about your goals.
Slide in Kurt's DMs,
Yeah,
baby.
come on, slide on in.
Hannah ain't
I
gonna
lo-
listen to this.
I love to talk about that stuff. Goals. Just like, and
Goals.
I'd like to help you towards those goals.
Yeah.
So
Goals.
I like talking about other people's stuff. Don't talk to me about mine. I'm just kidding.
What about your stuff?
I'm not a very open.
Semifinals guy.
That's it. That's all you know about me. That and 500.
I respect that. I'm very to myself.
Yeah. But
for sure.
if you're not, bring it on. I love talk. I love being the opposite end of
Yeah,
that.
it's such a weird. Yeah, it's weird.
I
To
lo-
think about.
like, yeah,
I don't.
I
wanna
want you to
about
talk.
me.
Yeah, I want you
I
to
don't wanna
talk to
about
me.
me. I'd rather talk about you. Like, I
Exactly.
literally have always been like, like what did I want to say? It's not about me. It's about the people around me, kind of thing.
Mhm.
I always like kind of try and live by that, and I didn't really understand that, and then like that kind of like took a different turn when I went into like my faith and Christianity and stuff
Yeah.
too. So like that kind of is,
Which is awesome.
something that's a priority that's changed recently.
Mhm.
But it was just funny you said that. Like I hate talking about me, but I understand the importance of people that also like doing that. So
Mhm.
like if you were to come talk to me, I would be like, well, I mean, I know Kurt likes to do that, so I respect that
Yeah.
you like to help people, so I would do that. Mallory's a big one too, so like I hate talking about me, but I know she likes to talk and ask questions about me, so like I do the same thing. So you understand both
Yes.
sides, so you're like, all right, I gotta be understanding here and not be just stubborn.
Yes.
So it's funny you said that because I'm the same way.
Oh, 100%. We're very similar in our coaching styles and stuff, and our beliefs.
Just in general,
Yeah.
like people like not like want to be like we don't want the attention. We want to give it to people that we feel are more deserving of it.
Well, I like attention. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like to share my.
You like camera? You like camera action?
Yeah, I'm a lights, camera, action kind of guy. I'm not a. Don't talk to me about like emotions and goals, or I'll puke. Yeah, then you're gonna like see ya, bye.
Or tell me what your
like. Don't drill me with questions and stuff like that, because I'll cry.
That's so funny.
But put a camera on me. You know what's up, baby?
I'm gonna take pics for the flicky.
Come on. Their camera, I'm smiling, baby.
When Frank has his camera, and you're like, no.
Always.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna take pictures.
Oh, you're taking pictures. That's what you do all the time. Oh, good lord. Ay. That's funny.
Good stuff right there. Oh, yeah, we probably went off on a little tangent.
No, I think this is
pretty good.
I think this is good stuff. People see relatable. They see.
Please come to us with your goals and stuff like that, because I truly love that stuff. Like, I love talking about how we can implement and help you throughout getting to achieving those goals. And if you want me to, I'll try to be like your accountability partner. I'll message you, be like, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? Hey, did you do this? I might suck at it sometimes, but I'll try to remember, like, hey, and if I'm slacking, be like, hey, get back on me.
Accountability for the accountability.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Sometimes I need it too, but I will try my hardest to be helpful to you on your goals. So.
Everyone needs accountability.
Hit me. Yeah.
Hit me! Hit me!
That was loud.
Ooh, it's all good. If you're listening and not watching, like somebody that just told us.
Andrew.
I'm curious to see how that. I need to check the analytics. The Apple Podcast versus Spotify.
Yeah, I'm interested. I feel like a lot of people are Spotify, but he's an Apple guy.
Some people don't
Isn't
have the
there a whole
luxury.
different app?
Yeah,
that's
you
why I think
have
it's
the
a struggle.
Apple Podcast app on your phone when you get the phone.
And then you have and then it's Apple Music. So that Spotify's nice where it's like all in one, and the video's right on there.
Yeah, like you couldn't. Spotify video is definitely new.
Yes.
I'd say since like Rogan's gotten on there, I think that they started probably trying to do that. It's new, but video is always the way to go. You get to see us.
You get to see us in action, baby.
You can sit in this seat right here. You know what I'm saying? Are you like camera?
Yeah. Hi.
You got animal facts?
Hi,
today?
honey.
Oh, jeez.
It's a butter. You ever watch Buttery Breath?
Oh, yeah.
He always does that.
He does do that.
Cracks me up. So I had to throw it in there.
Yeah, respect. Man,
Animal fact?
Now I want pancakes. Damn, that sounds
I'm in
good.
on that. That does sound super good.
Sounds so good right now.
Animal fact: jellyfish.
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 Are they animals?
Yes, technically, but they don't have like brains, so they just have neurons that they're 95% water, and they just have neurons that just like kind of keep them floating stuff. They don't have like brain, heart, and stuff like that. Yes.
You have?
Yes.
When?
We were down in Ocean City when I was like 10.
I thought you were about to say
and there was a
spring break.
Sea.
Ocean City when we were 10.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to talk about Cancun, we'll turn off the mic.
I mean, we'll get like a Patreon episode of the podcast where we got some bourbon and stuff.
Oh, be great.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, might be canceled.
Good stories.
Great stories.
But you gotta pay to subscribe to hear those.
Wow.
Jellyfish, huh?
But yeah, they hurt. It hurts.
I don't know why.
They're like everywhere. But there's an immortal jellyfish. So
immortal?
Yes,
like it never dies?
It can never die but it's really easily killed. But like if it was to just exist in sea, it would. So it grows, and then it's kind of like the Benjamin Button, and then it goes back to its like smaller neuron, and then it has to attach to a rock, and then it grows again. Yeah, it's crazy, but they can live forever. So I got a big animal fact book for Paxton. So it's 500 facts, and we've just been rolling through it. I've pretty much read them all already.
You got it for Paxton, huh?
Yeah. Paxton. Shout out Paxton. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Paxty boy.
Little dude's one. I have a true so I can say 1-year-old instead of, but should I say 12-month-year-old?
Yes.
I have a 12-month-year-old.
You should always say the month too.
Month,
so like when he's
4,
4, say 48 months.
48-month-year-old.
Or he's 52 weeks old. 48 months.
52-week-year-old.
There you go. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, eat that. But yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
love it. Love my animal facts. But yeah, jellyfish is interesting.
That's a
Immortal jellyfish.
That was
Isn't crazy?
That was a wild fact.
That was a wild fact.
That was your most wild fact yet.
I was mind blown when I read that because I knew no such thing until a week ago.
Sheesh.
Cool stuff.
Right into jellyfish, but yeah, I think this was a good episode. Just kind of like we touched on it to like how you should approach the holidays as far as like training and sleep and nutrition and relaxing and all those things, but we do recognize that it could have been a stressful time of just obligations. You know, you're constantly on the go, routines out of whack, not really on top of everything that you want to be just because of life and holidays and all these things. So to see on the back end, now where do we go from here? So goals, where you're doing in 2023, it's going to help you progress towards your goals, what you want to accomplish, understanding the importance of everything and the consistency it's going to take and all these things. But also just like making people feel welcome and comfortable when they come, and if they do get here, try and keep them here, wherever that is. Being accountability partners, like you said, reach out to us, love to help. And then just like make sure people are felt seen when they do something that you're proud of. Make sure you tell them. I mean, you don't want to just be rude to people, but you also want to push them. So like all these fine lines as coaches, but I mean we're human too. We like to keep it real, keep it loose, keep it fun. You know, keep it happy.
I like to keep it real. I'll tell you if something sucks. Don't worry.
You gonna tell them?
I'll tell them.
You gonna tell them?
I'll tell them.
What are you gonna tell them?
That they suck.
Hey, you suck. Do better.
Pick it up.
Do better.
I feel like I know the people that I can do that to, and I know people that I can't do that to. And like
that's
I said, everyone's
important too.
different.
You gotta, the right cue is the one that works for them specifically. Everyone receives feedback differently.
Yes.
Everyone.
Like me, don't give it until I'm done with the movement. I love feedback, but not during.
Come on, Kurt. Kurt, come on, let's do this.
Kurt, you can move faster. I can't. Now after we can bring it down and we can like talk about it. But
I don't think we've ever like in competition. I've ever done that. I think we would get like hype, but like we're never like, come on, Kurt, come on.
Oh yeah, we
just don't do that.
No.
We're more like
come on, we know each other.
We gotta go, or like
we like look at each other. We're like, all right,
I'm just like, I'm gonna do 5 here. What can you? You're like, I'll do 5, and then like that kind. But we're never like, come on, Kurt.
Yeah, you've never been like, come on, Kurt, you can go faster. I would have like turned around, like flicked you off, and like, no, Nick, I can't.
I remember that. We'll wrap it up here, I promise. But that Echo Bike sprint you did, the infamous one where you fell off. I just hear, as soon as you get on, I hear Lance man go, come on, Kurt. And
see, that's what I said. Like, there's one occasion where like 15 seconds at the end of like that's fine because that's what I got left. Yeah, exactly. Like you can come on me 20 seconds down,
you
hammer me in.
Anywhere?
Probably.
I gotta put it on the camera real quick. Oh jeez. It's only like 15 seconds. I feel like people.
Oh, it's not long. I know I have it too. Let me find it. Got some good videos on here. Oh, maybe I don't. But
is this on your Instagram?
I think it's on Facebook. As the people, Nick and I are doing this competition, and somehow Nick sneakily got off the bike. And we were doing 10, so it was totally fair. You did your 10 calories, but I for some reason,
hey, you always want me to go first, too.
It just bit me in the behind.
I thought you had it on your Instagram.
So did I. I don't even know how Facebook works.
All right, well. Look at, all right.
Nah, I can't find it. We'll find it.
If you know, you know. If you don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, jeez. Let me, here. What did I do? Oh.
You can hear it on, from I'm still connected to the mic.
How do you make it
big? I don't know.
There it is.
You can't hear Lance. Come on, Kurt. Kurt, hold it up a little bit. There you go. Dude, I was literally dead. I thought they were gonna have to drag me up. That was everything I had.
That was one of the most painful experiences of a workout I've felt in CrossFit ever.
Yes.
And like my legs hurt so like I thought I was gonna die.
I've never felt that way since that.
Good stuff. Good times.
I've never had to grit out the last 15 seconds since, unless I'm in like my own single workout, and then I wouldn't die that hard because I'm soft. But as a team, couldn't let you down.
Good times.
That was a brutal workout. It's just pull-ups and that, right? 100, 100.
Yeah. 8 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
Brutal.
Anyway, good talk today. Good episode, I think.
Good stuff.
A lot of relatability, a lot of just us goofing off, but being serious and being relatable, and hopefully saying that we care and all these things.
Yep.
So we'll keep it short as far as that goes, I guess. Paxton's birthday today. That's positive.
Boom.
1-year-old. My dad's birthday today.
Yes. Happy birthday. Big
Jeffrey,
birthday.
shout out Big Jeffrey on his
Big
birthday.
Jeff.
Anything positive from last week? Just New Year.
Yeah, just people in here grinding.
Looking forward to seeing what we got this upcoming week. I'm looking forward to get back into the normalcy and routine stuff, so that's positive.
Big time.
So yeah, and I guess I don't know if I'm gonna give this spoiler alert.
Give it. Do it.
Me and Pete asked me to be his partner.
Let's go.
So I'm competing with you Aurelius members on February 4th. So
Hype. I'm hyped for it.
be a good time. And if you aren't Aurelius and you're competing, I look forward to throwing down.
Woo! It's gonna be a good one.
So yeah,
1 and 2 already released.
Keep an eye out for that. Deciding on 3 or 4 still.
Yep.
3 and 4 maybe.
3 and 4.
We'll see.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Good stuff.
Appreciate it. Come back next week for another episode of Pros with Colin.
There we go.
Try to get a guest on next week. I got some things lined up. But yeah, cool.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
No problema.
You have been listening to the Pros with Colin podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor. Come back each week for a new episode. Thanks for listening.